Okay, I'm going to talk about Predbat updates today and the two different ways to update. So firstly, to know what current version you're on, have a look at the Predbat core update entity. It shows you what the installed version is and the latest version. Here it'll say up to date if you're up to date, or it gives you a version number if you're not. It shows you what's changed. You can also go to the release announcement. That'll take you to GitHub, and it shows you the information about the current release. I'm actually on the pre-release version, and if I click on releases you can see all of the releases. You can also download the code if you're updating manually, and obviously it's worth reading the release notes there. So you can see I'm one version below the latest. It's obviously worth keeping up to date when you can. Obviously take care if you're taking versions that are very new. There could be issues, so it depends on if you've got time to check if it's working correctly or not before you update. So HACS is the way we have been updating, and you can see HACS is reporting as the new version available, and you can see what's changed, and I can click update here and that will update me. One thing to mention, HACS, if you go to front end, custom repositories, click on Predbat, then you can also do update information, and that will check for the latest because it only checks once a day by default. You can also click re-download, and that will allow you to select any version you want from the latest ones or from main. So main is the one unreleased version that's being developed currently. Don't do that unless you've got some reason, maybe you're testing out a fix, etc. So you can do that there. In my case, I'll just go here and I'll click update, and it will install the latest version through HACS. Once that's done, you're going to go back here and we're going to see an error that says you need to restart AppDaemon, and it's the way it updates the apps.yaml. It's rather annoying, so you have to go settings, add-ons, AppDaemon, and then we're going to go and do a restart, and hopefully once that restart happens you'll see in the log that AppDaemon is actually started. The next thing you can do if you want is you can just hang around and wait, or you can actually open the AppDaemon log if you really want to. I put mine under AppDaemon. So the main log, I've saved this as a separate log, and you can see if that's actually running. So it looks like it's just waiting to start at the moment. So in a few seconds it'll probably get going. And then a little few seconds after that, hopefully that error will go away. So I'm just going to pause while I wait. And you can see the error's gone away. We're now showing us up to date, rather than, so when I click on here it says I'm up to date and 28. If I refresh here, sometimes these selectors don't refresh instantly. You can now see this other entity called Predbat Update, and this shows you the history of what versions I've been on, which is quite useful in case you had a problem and you've updated versions. You can see that one's called Predbat Update, and you can install updates directly from here as well. So you can just select a version. It doesn't have the same issue as HACS. You don't have to restart afterwards, it'll just work. One thing to note though is if you change the version here, HACS won't notice, so either update in HACS or update here, but if you mix the two around it's going to get confusing. So if I want to downgrade to 27, I just select that. I just got a notification that's popped up on my watch saying I've installed version 27, and then I'm just going to have to wait a second for it to run, and then we'll see this core update entity hopefully change to 27, and we'll know that that one's running instead. So that's pretty quick, it's updated. So actually it's saying the newer version available is 28, I'm installed at 27. And if I do a little refresh here for the selector, then you can see now we're back onto 27. I'll put it back to 28 now because I really want the latest version on that I'm developing. And then we'll just wait a few seconds and this will update, and we'll have back to 28 installed again. And there we are, up to date. And hopefully here you can see we've gone back to 28 and you can see my install history. So that's it for updates. Hopefully that helps. Cheers then. The one thing I forgot to mention, because it wasn't on my dashboard, I've added it now, is the Predbat automatic update enable. If you turn on this toggle, then it will automatically update itself to the latest released version, not beta, using the internal update method, not using HACS. You'll just get notifications about the updates, and that's it. It can be useful, but obviously there's some risk that when you update you'll get a broken version. If you decide to downgrade again, remember to turn off automatic update, otherwise it will just upgrade itself again. Okay, thanks then.